Hey everybody, it's Emil from Nomad Strength Flow. Wanted to create a video that had to do more with just staying healthy while living a nomadic life. So Nomad Strength Flow, I'm certainly all about delivering, exercise programs and things that you can be doing on the road with the least amount of equipment or just using your body weight to maintain good mobility and strength as you're traveling and living a nomadic life. I also wanted to share my experiences on what I'm finding it takes to stay healthy while living a nomadic life. And so I thought today would be a great day, a great opportunity to present on a video about staying cool. So right now in France, I'm currently in Rennes in Bretagne, France. We're in the middle of a heat wave. It's 104, 105 degrees Fahrenheit last I checked. The apartment's at 32.9 degrees Celsius, so I think that's probably like around 94 degrees. And yeah, it's pretty warm. So what I wanted to do was just take a quick moment, share with you some of the strategies that I've been employing to stay cool. These are pretty basic, but I thought all the same, I'd share them with you. So the first thing I've been doing was I made sure I saved 3 of these large water bottles. Why 3? Well, 3 is better than 2. So what I do is I keep each one of them filled. I have a water filter that I'm using, and I just top them off, and then I put them in the freezer, and then once they're frozen, then I keep them in the refrigerator. When it comes time to use them, I bring them out because it'll take time for them to thaw. But that way now I've got some nice cool water. Drinking cool water throughout the day helps keep my body temperature down, and is just helpful for energy and keeping me cool. The other thing I found that I needed to do was my electronics that I use. So I've got some projects I'm working on, obviously. So my cell phone, my Mac, and my iPad, I have to keep them. I don't have to, but I choose to keep them at times here in the refrigerator so they don't overheat, because I've been finding they overheat. So here's my iPad. I take that out, so it gives the battery a break. I've had to do the same with the converter, the power converter. I haven't gotten all the right plugs yet for my electronics for here in France and Europe. But the converter, when I'm using that, I've got to take that off at times because it overheats, and then put it into the refrigerator to keep that cool. The other thing I've been doing is I sit on the floor. So instead of sitting upright into a desk, a couch or a chair, I'm seated close to the floor. I like that anyways. I'm gonna actually make a video and talk about the benefits, if you can, to spend more time on the floor, seated, doing your office work on the floor, setting up your ergonomics so that you'll benefit from improving your posture and your hip mobility. I just situate the fan so it's not blowing directly on me, but near me, and just keeps the air circulating. You kind of want to have a little bit of perspiration on you. Having the air directly on you, I think can overheat you a little bit. So just having it off to the side where you do still experience the air current a little bit tends to keep you cooler. Like already right now I'm feeling cooler, and I'm not even sitting in front of the fan, but because I've gotten lower to the ground. The other thing I experienced, and there wouldn't have been really any way to plan for this, but I'll share this with you because I think next time when I do decide to choose a place to live again, I'm going to keep this in mind and end up using Google Maps, the satellite view. I'm by a church, and so there's a church here, beautiful church. And the reason I'm showing you the church is during the day, the sunlight hits the facade, and all that heat from the sunlight just bounces on this building, almost directly into this room. So I have to keep my windows closed and the volet closed to keep that from infiltrating into here, keeping the heat from infiltrating. It gets a little dark, but you gotta do what you gotta do to stay cool and healthy. Yeah, the other thing too that I found really important is doing my activities in the morning. Right now in France, it doesn't get dark till like 10:30. And so waiting till 10:30, it takes too long for the temperature to come down. Even if it doesn't actually really come down that much. Last night I was out walking around 12 o'clock and it was still really warm out. It is 10:30 and 11:30 at night. 11:30 at night. I got up this morning, I opened up the windows, it was a little cooler, but it was cool enough to do my morning movement and yoga rituals. And so just managed how intently I did those. Went for about 20 minutes and then, focused again, staying seated on the floor. Was, helpful enough to keep my mobility and a good movement practice and play, doing that throughout the day. So yeah, just limiting activities, to the morning right now because it's not realistic to be doing them in the evening. And the other thing is I've been eating really light. So I eat light anyways. I eat pescatarian, which means I eat mostly fish. I do have eggs and then lots of vegetables. I think I've kind of given up on meat, not entirely, but I just finding I feel better and healthier. My joints feel better. Staying away from red meat and chicken. But who knows? You might hear me talk about eating meat again soon. So whatever. But it seems to be working for the time being. But eating really light is what I'm talking about. So today for lunch I had some almonds and blueberries. And today I had sardines and a salad. And so just eating light fare and not having to put a lot on my system to have to work and digest helps keep me lighter and cooler as well. So not eating heavy meals. And again, drinking cool water throughout the day has been really helpful. So that's it. A little short video, and that's all I want to create, are just short little videos of just what I'm experiencing right now, how I can share my experiences, mistakes, and so forth, if you will, so that hopefully you can benefit from it. And yeah, it's all about living a healthy lifestyle while traveling or living a nomadic lifestyle. I'm definitely a nomad, and I love it. And I love sharing the ideas of how to stay healthy and the problem solving of staying healthy and active while living this nomadic lifestyle. All right, so if you haven't already, subscribe to the channel, share some comments, and like and subscribe, and also just share the video with someone else who you might know who may benefit from watching the escapades from Nomad Strength Flow. All right, guys, have a good night. Il fait si chaud, c'est presque insupportable. Tout le monde en doit bouger.